Your holidays are on, or you are still going to school?
No, sir. I am still going to school. Today is Good Friday. Good Friday, so today is holiday.
When are your summer vacations starting?
Sir, I don't know. Today, sir, tomorrow is my PTM.
Sorry, what is there tomorrow?
Sir, tomorrow I'll be my PTM. Then I will ask.
Okay.
Yes.
You remember yesterday we did not have a session. Day before,
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
what was the
Yes.
what
Sir,
was the topic?
Importance of fasting?
No, that was on Tuesday.
Oh no, sir. An eye for an eye will leave the world blind.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
So the general mistake made in that topic by speakers was that they spoke about the first part of the topic, but left out the second part, by which they had also to comment on the fact that weakness leads to war also. If you are too weak, then also there can be conflict. So we have
Yes.
to be both strong and peaceful.
Yes.
Do you remember any new word you learned in that session?
Sir, inflammation. Inflammation.
Yes, very good.
Sir, inflammation means sujan or jalan.
Some kind of swelling due to an illness.
Yes.
Jalan is the right translation. It can be within the body or uh, in feelings, in the mind, or even in the physical world.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question to all. It's my question. I know the answer, but I am asking you and Gagan bhai.
Yes,
Sir, may I?
yes.
Which of the muscle is the strongest muscle in our body?
I think it is the calf muscle that is in the legs, or maybe the heart. I don't know.
No, sir. Gagan bhai, you can try. Can you hear me, Gagan bhai? Sir, I was saying that strongest muscle in our body is tongue.
How? Tongue is not very strong.
Sir, it's strong muscle. You can search.
How?
Sir, I have read somewhere, but I don't know how.
The tongue gets hurt very soon. If your tongue comes in your teeth, between your teeth, it gives very big pain, and it cannot do any kind of lifting. Heavy thing it cannot lift.
Yes. But in my general knowledge book,
Maybe
it was that.
it can be uh, jocularly as a light joke you can say, because it is used to talk so much.
Okay. Sir,
Yes.
I have a math question for you.
Okay.
Sir, how can we make seven and even number?
By adding 1 to 7,
No, sir. How can we make seven
adding
even?
another, adding any odd number,
No, sir.
7, take it into
Sir,
even number.
Sir, if we will remove 7's s, it will be even.
Also, you can say by adding another odd number to 7.
No, sir.
What did you say? By removing?
Sir, by removing s from 7, it will be even.
Okay. Good.
Thank you, sir. Sir,
You are started with the new class now, or your final exams are over?
Yes, sir. I am in 5th now. From 1.
5th.
Yeah.
From 1st of April.
Yes, sir. 1st of April.
Okay. So today Rita ma'am will be teaching you, but we can start before she joins. Today's topic you all know, my favorite prime minister. Okay. So, Faber, would you like to start?
Yes, sir. I would like to start.
Yes. Very good.
Sir, about today's topic, the most favoritist prime minister in our India that was there, it's Shri Jawaharlal Nehru ji, because Jawaharlal Nehru ji kindness for two children, kids or children were very dark and very and down to earth. And sir, if Jawaharlal Nehru was not our prime minister, will not our prime minister, we can't celebrate Children's Day, because he has only made it Children's Day. And I am very happy that Jawaharlal Nehru ji became prime minister in our India, and his love to kids and children were very good. And if I will there in when Jawaharlal Nehru ji was not died, uh, I was requesting to God that I will meet when I was small. I will meet to Jawaharlal Nehru, but he was died.
Okay, good. Vaibhav, you said Nehru ji come to the. Here you have made what is the mistake? You said Nehru ji come to the. Nehru ji came. Okay. Obviously, you have to use past tense.
Yes, sir.
On the other hand, you said he was not
Would
died.
you like to start?
If he was not died, what is the mistake? If he had not expired, you can say if he was not dead. But for a great person, we don't use the word dead for risk. If you have to say with respect, for any person, you will say expired. Dead के लिए क्या बोलते हैं? Expired. Okay. And you have to say if he had not expired. Now, Gaurav, are you there? You like to start?
Sir, you are not audible to us.
My mic is on. You can't hear me?
So we cannot hear you.
Sir, you are clearly audible, sir.
Please check your device. Good evening, Rita. Welcome.
देवेश माँ had fallen again ना दोबारा नीचे गई थी ना.
Oh God.
फिर वो ये चोटें लगी, ब्लड आ रहा था, सैवलॉन वगैरह करके।
Hurt too much?
आज तो इतना नहीं है, कल का है, लेकिन हाँ ब्लीडिंग, थोड़ा ब्लड वगैरह निकला उनके भी ना। आज उस दिन राइट हैंड था, आज लेफ्ट हैंड। हाँ देवेश।
Hope you find another
Any-
maid. Some
हाँ मेड
caregiver should be there.
Any student has spoken, Devesh?
Vaibhav has just spoken, and now Gaurav is starting. Yes, Gaurav? Gagan, would you like to start?
Sir,
May I
Yes, sir.
start?
Sir, can I start, sir, Gagan?
Okay. After Gagan, Lovely will speak. Yes, Gagan.
Oh, sir, wait a
I'll
second,
take
sir.
leave for 10 minutes. You are there? Rita?
हाँ Devesh?
I'm leaving for 10 minutes. Are you there?
हाँ, yes, of course, Devesh. I am here only.
Okay.
हाँ
So
Devesh.
Gagan is
Gagan या गौरव? Gagan, हाँ.
Sir,
I am
I'm
here only,
Gagan,
Devesh.
sir.
Okay, Gagan,
Sir,
you may
can I
start.
start?
You
Okay.
should start.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm here to present my views on the today's topic, and ma'am, today's topic is my favorite prime minister and the reason that why I'm likes the most, sir. So, ma'am, today I'm taking one of the my favorite prime minister, which was Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, ma'am. He was the 10th Prime Minister of our nation. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a very great Indian leader and politician. And he was born on 25th of December 1924 in Gwalior in a Hindu Brahmin family, and he died on the 16th of August 2018. And he do a very good things. He forms very lots of good things, great achievements for Indian and Indian people. So that's the reason that I likes him the most. And he was the senior leader of the BJP and co-founder also. So now I'm like to tell you the some achievements and the great works done by our late former Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Ma'am, first one that he came through his road development project, the Golden Quadrilateral connected, the Golden Quadrilateral which connected the four metros of metro cities Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, and Mumbai through the network of highways, which is very helpful for all the Indians to do their work perspectively. And next one, our former Prime Minister of India's next achievement was the bringing in privatization. He privatized a few companies like BSNL, Valco, Indian Petrochemical Corporation Limited, and etc. and etc. And according to me, his one of the biggest achievement was that he founded and started the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, ma'am. So that made the education a fundamental right for children between the age of 6 to 14 years. And in 1998, under our former Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee's governance as a Prime Minister, India successfully conducted the 5 nuclear tests in Pokhran. And India became India took success in that missile test. And next was that he was owing a new telecom policy that made the India witness a growth of telecom penetration from some 3% to 70% in a span of 12 years, ma'am. The former Prime Minister of India, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, was one to approve and inaugurate the first metro project in Delhi, which connected the Kashmiri Gate to Silampur metro station. And ma'am, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who gave the birth to the look east policy, that is currently followed by our current Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, who improved the relations with the China, Israel, US, Pakistan, and other countries also. And ma'am, there is one more achievement done by our former late Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, that ma'am, she passed the Chandrayaan-1 project on August 15th, year 2003, and he also introduced a Fiscal Responsibility Act to bring down the fiscal deficit and for the span of 5 years. So, ma'am, these all are the achievements and the great works done by our former former late Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. That's the reason, ma'am, I like him the most and appreciates his great work. That his great works are still now helping the Indian nation so good, and for long in future, for many years, that works is also helps for the people in future. Thank you, ma'am.
Gagan, you speak very well, and sincerity really reflects in your speeches. Quite a sincere student you are, and you speak on your own. You prepare your notes and then you speak. It's very good. You continuously speak. You don't give a break also, and it seems that you work hard also before. Really, when I've listened to so much of lots of achievements of Atal Bihari, so I also feel that he was a real great personality. One or two mistakes you made in English regarding English. You said perspectively. It should be respectively, not perspectively. When you say that to do their work perspectively, so you should say that they did their work respectively. Gagan, are you listening?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I am listening.
That is respectively. If you have prepared notes, you can just check out there. And then one more mistake is India took success. Ki jagah took ki, instead of took, you'll say India got success in missile policies and all. No, got success. You'll say. Then gave birth to. What you wanted to say? Rest, you were perfectly okay and very sincere. Good. Keep it up. You are always focused. Good.
Ma'am, now can I speak?
Yes, Rita Gaurav, you may start. Go ahead.
Ma'am, am I visible?
Yeah, visible and audible both. No, lost your video. No, not visible. Now, okay. Again, coming and going.
I think there is a network problem.
Now you are visible. Yes, Gaurav, don't disturb. Now you can start.
Ma'am, now I'm good.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this? Huh?
Gagan, some noises are there. Of course.
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am, and my dear friends. Ma'am, my favorite Prime Minister is ma'am Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Ma'am, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was an Indian politician and diplomat who served for 3 years as the Prime Minister of India. First for a term of 13 days in the year 1996, and then for a period of 13 months from 1998 to 1999. Then they served as a full term from 1999 to 2004. Ma'am, Vajpayee was one of the co-founder of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and ma'am, he was also a member of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, that is a Hindu nationalist volunteer organization. Ma'am, he was the first Prime Minister not of the Indian National Congress to serve in the full term for the office. And ma'am, also Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a renowned poet and a writer. Ma'am, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was honored with many awards and many achievements. Ma'am, the first national awards are that ma'am, Atal Bihari Vajpayee has honored with Bharat Ratna in 2015 and Padma Vibhushan is in 1992. Also foreign honors are also there, that ma'am, the honor of Bangladesh, that recipient of the Bangladesh Liberation Bond Order was also honored to the Atal Bihari Vajpayee in 2016. And ma'am, also there are many awards like Padma Vibhushan in 1993 and Outstanding Parliamentarian Award in 1994. So ma'am, there are many achievements that the our Honorable Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee was got. Among that, there are the many projects of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee. That was the National Highways Development Project and Pradhan Mantri Gram Sabha Yojana. And in the year 2001, Vajpayee government launched the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan campaign aimed to improve the education in primary and secondary schools and to provide education to all the people and make the education equal. Ma'am, now that there are many contributions by the Atal Bihari Vajpayee to make the Indian better. Ma'am, first I can say that ma'am, rising India's GDP, ma'am, under the tenure from 1998 to 2004, India maintained a very good GDP level and also has a very good inflation level. Ma'am, next is ma'am, introduction to the Fiscal Responsibility Acts. And ma'am, besides the great GDP in that tenure, Atal Bihari Vajpayee also introduced the Fiscal Responsibility Act, which aimed to reduce the fiscal deficit and boost the public sector savings. Ma'am, next is ma'am, contribution is privatization, and that may lead to giving rise to the public business in India, which reduce the government involvement in the industry. Education policy that in the year 2001, by launching the movement, it was a very drastic change in the education system. It makes the education, it enhance the education system very. And the next is I can say that ma'am, also the development of the science and research, that Vajpayee passed the Chandrayaan-1 project on the Chandrayaan first. And next is ma'am, infrastructure, that the road projects, and also the Atal Bihari Vajpayee made that golden quadrilateral that made transportation easy, connection to the metropolitan cities and connect the country or the state with the other people. So at the end, I would like to say that Atal Bihari Vajpayee was my favorite prime minister, and he served the country very, very well and devoted towards the country, and always try to make the country develop. Thank you.
Gaurav, same applies to you. You both, Gagan and Gaurav, are very sincere students. You belong to which place, Gaurav? Delhi?
Ma'am, I am from Delhi, ma'am.
Delhi only. You people are really focused. Seems that you'll do well in life. Very sincere, you
ma'am.
people, not diverted.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, Gagan and me we are twin brothers.
Oh, and both of you are very sincere. Both of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I must appreciate your sincerity, because you're not so much trapped in the outer world and materialistic world. Seems to be very, very sincere ones, both of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And Gaurav, a little bit of mistakes are there, that you at last you said was Atal Bihari Vajpayee was my favorite prime minister. No, beta, was नहीं, is. क्यों Gaurav? Is आएगा ना? You just said, है ना beta? अभी presently you feel it ना. And a little bit of mistake is there, that you people use the most often. Quite often you insert the unnecessarily. जैसे you said you honored I honor to the foreign awards. He was honored honored with foreign awards. And the many a times you use the Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Okay, beta, just take care. Otherwise, both of you, I really appreciate you. This month, the award should go to one of you only.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
We can give them jointly also.
Ma'am, me?
Yeah.
Ma'am, how I speak?
Vaibhav? I was unable to hear your today's speech, but you are as at a tender age of yours, you are very well read and a very sweet.
He has
Both of
just
you are
come
loving
to
you.
5th
Thank you.
standard now.
Uh,
Thank you.
Well
according to
done,
their age.
Rana. Yeah. Lovely, you
Ma'am.
wanted to speak next?
Yeah, can I start, ma'am?
Lovely, you may start.
Ma'am, am I visible?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you?
Yeah, you are visible, lovely, and audible also.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. All the prime ministers who have governed India were one better than other, but prime minister who I owe and respect the most is Sri Jawaharlal Nehru. He was the first prime minister of India, and he was from the Congress party. His love for children has increased respect. His love for children has increased his respect in all the eyes of the children. He has encouraged all the children to get better educations and live their life with happiness. His love for children he used to say that children are like birds in the garden. They should be carefully loved as there are further nations and citizens of tomorrow. He used to say that children are like flowers and they should be taken care. They should be taken care properly because they are only the future of the world, and they'll take the world forward, and they'll make the nation proud. Nehru was fond of children and often referred as Chacha Nehru. He advocated children to fulfill their childhood and receive high education. He worked for children, and he ensured that the children get better education and they enjoy their childhood and they enjoy their childhood. Children's Day is demonstrated as the birth of Jawaharlal Nehru with immerse of joy and magnificence. And immersive joy and magnificence, though all the education institute he has opened for children. He has opened the Institute of Technology for Children and all the Institute of Medical Science in Indian Institute, and he's opened many institutes for children who cannot afford things. He has opened some institute for them, the children who cannot afford the high education. He had always taken care that the children get high education and they are not facing any difficulties. The prime minister I respect the most is Jawaharlal Nehru, just because his love for children is very appreciable. Thank you, ma'am.
Lovely. Today you were just beating around the bush, not prepared, not today.
Yes, ma'am. I just spoke.
Because you were just beating around children. He didn't do anything apart from children. No, lovely. You are a sincere student. Always your speeches are really too good. This time, though, and moreover, regarding whatever you said, you said children's. Children is always already a plural. So children's is no other word. Children is a plural. No need to put s in that. Okay. And one more place you said so where you again used s, where it was a plural itself. Then one or two pronunciation were not correct. Magnificent and all those things. No? And the speech today was not prepared, not like lovely every day.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You didn't get time. Monday you will come prepared. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta. Good.
Ma'am, may I start?
Nandini.
Good evening, everyone. My views on today's topic is all the prime ministers of the country are respectful. So I cannot take name of only one prime minister, but what I think is prime ministers like Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi, and Atal Bihari Vajpayee are considered more respectful prime minister than any other prime ministers, because as we all know, the Jawaharlal Nehru was the first prime minister of our great nation, and first leader of a country is always special and respectful. He became India's first prime minister in 1947. He governed the world's largest democratic country, which was not an easy task for a prime minister. I'm not saying he was perfect, but he made some mistakes. But under his leadership, India prepared and implement its 5-year plan, which is very important for improve our economy. Nehru belongs from the Congress party, and if we're talking about Indira Gandhi, that why she's considered as most respectful, because she was the first lady prime minister of independent India, and she became prime minister in 1966. She was a daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru, and she was also belong from the Congress party. And now Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he was the India's 10th prime minister from BJP party, and he was became prime minister in 1998. Under his leadership, India conducted its nuclear test successfully, which was held in Pokhran, Rajasthan, and India was became a nuclear power in the world. And our current Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also very great and respectful leader. Thank you.
Nandini, your video was not on. And Nandini, you were a little bit you were quite fast in your speech now. A little bit slow pace is better. There
Okay,
were
ma'am.
some tense mistakes in your speech. You said Indira Gandhi was also belonged. Indira Gandhi belonged. Was and also both are not required. Indira Gandhi belonged to whatever you wanted to say. And rest you have covered 3 this thing. Nobody has mentioned, nobody likes Modi ji, our present Prime Minister.
I think they are talking about past prime ministers.
Achha, so they can talk about our present also, no? It was not only former Prime Minister.
They could, but it's I think right to because
No, it did not click,
we have
I
to,
suppose.
we can best view in retrospect. Retrospect, you understand? Looking back, when person has finished his full career, then it is better to assess wholesomely.
Okay. Because one tenure of PM is also already over, so I thought somebody or some might speak on Modi also. Okay.
They
Anybody?
could have. We did not bar.
Anybody left? Bhavya,
No.
Khushi is not there today?
No. Khushi and Bhavya and
Both are not there. And nobody else is there?
no, they've all spoken. Rita, you want to give your view? You can give on Modi ji.
Devesh, I think you are the right one to speak more on Modi ji. You can.
I'll of course comment, but you can give your view also before we conclude, because now we'll meet on Monday.
Modi ji, I am totally for Modi ji. Such a versatile and dynamic personality. I'm not afraid of anybody, and with him we feel so secured. We all Indians, and rest of the wish you will only tell, because I'm not much aware of things.
No, you are very right. He is very wisely going after corruption, criminalization, foreign threats, and anti-nationals within India. He's tackling them all, who are very, very dangerous groups, one by one. So this is extremely commendable. Commendable, you understand, Gagan? What is commendable? What is a synonym of commendable? Gaurav or Gagan? Can you suggest a synonym? Nandini, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Does the synonym of commendable come to your mind? What can be another word for commendable? Okay, I'll tell. Praiseworthy. Praiseworthy. Somebody who has to be praised a lot is also called commendable. COMMENDABLE. I'll
Sir,
just
we
give
can
one
say
suggestion.
that, excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, can we say respect for the synonym of commendable?
No, not
To sir, give
exactly.
respect.
Appreciating someone.
Appreciable. Yes, appreciable is also good. But respect
Praiseworthy.
is not, respectable will not be the exact synonym. Praiseworthy is best. Something that has to be praised. Someone that has to be praised. Now, in conclusion, I'll just give one suggestion that whenever we are saying best or whom I respect most, then you are indulging in a comparison. So you shall speak not just of one or at least two prime ministers and compare them. For example, most of you have spoken in favor of Nehru or Vajpayee ji. So you could give a little comparison that would have made it even more interesting. As I've repeatedly told you, every person has some plus and some minus. So you should compare. For example, Nehruji's big plus is that he planted the sapling of democracy in this country. Nobody had thought that democracy will succeed in India. It has succeeded on all. It has failed in almost every country which became independent after India. But because of Nehruji's extreme tolerance and respect for parliamentary procedures, our democracy is one of the unique democracies in poor countries. No poor country has such. Look at Pakistan, look at Bangladesh, look at Nepal, look at Africa, look at whole of Middle East. Even Japan and Taiwan and South Korea, which are very developed countries, actually turned to democracy much later. They were earlier oligarchies or dictatorship. Does anyone know the meaning of oligarchy? There is a democracy, there is dictatorship, there is monarchy, and then there is oligarchy. Oligarchy means a government in which a group of people are controlling everything. Dictatorship is when only one person is controlling and continues. Democracy is a system in which after every 5 or some number of years, it can be 7, government has to face election and can be thrown out by people's vote. We don't have to fight in the streets in order to overthrow government. By simply voting peacefully, government can be changed. This is democracy's most important feature. Oligarchy is when a small group of people control everything. So Japan, etc. were oligarchy. South Korea, Taiwan, all these rich Asian countries. Otherwise, you have only had dictators. Only Indian democracy succeeded outside the West. And in this, Nehruji had a big contribution to make. But there was a minus side of Nehruji. He lost the 62 war, and in a way, he almost lost the 48 war. In 1948, Pakistan had invaded Kashmir. Was it not for Patel, Nehruji would have lost there also. So Nehruji was too idealistic. Some of his policies were not very good. Similarly, in Vajpayee ji, we have a big plus point. He turned around the economy. The economy was in a very poor shape, and Vajpayee ji increased the GDP growth rate from 4% to 8%. That was very remarkable. At a very difficult time he had come after being defeated by just one vote in previous election. He had returned and then he ruled in. There were very few students today. Let us see if someone joins, then I'll complete the point. Otherwise, we will meet on Monday now.
Which you can complete regarding Vajpayee also, then we can conclude. GDP
Okay.
rate.
Yeah, since in any case this is getting recorded and it will be put on the YouTube channel. Yeah, I was saying that Vajpayee's big plus point was that he turned around the economy after coming in a very difficult situation. And another plus point was that he created harmony, whereas everyone had expected that there will be uh, a lot of caste war, communalism, etc. He created a lot of harmony, and the image of BJP party also changed a lot as a good party of good governance. His governance was very good. He built lot of roads, etc. But minor, and of course, he also won the Kargil war very bravely. But his minus point, I think, Vajpayee, yeah, his one minus point was that he lost the election of 2004. He was maybe not a very good strategist. Uh, it took a long time to become prime minister, then uh, could not win the popular vote in 2004, even after giving a very good government. So we could not get a long experience of his government, like Nehru's or Indira Gandhi. I would also like to remind that there is one prime minister who did a lot in a short government, that was Narasimha Rao. People don't remember often that he came at a time when India was in a very deep crisis. Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated, and government stability had been in the docks, and also we were facing tremendous terrorism problem in Punjab, and Kashmir had also started towards big instability. So he solved a lot of these problems, except maybe Kashmir. Punjab crisis he solved. He solved the economic crisis above all. India had become almost broke. He also raised the GDP growth rate and made India stable. And also, in a way, he diffused the communal problem, which was very, very acute when he came in 1991 unexpectedly. No one had thought that Narasimha Rao ji will become the prime minister, but suddenly Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated, and there were many serious senior congressmen like Pranab Mukherjee, etc., who were expected to take over, but ultimately Narasimha Rao became prime minister, and he gave a very good government and turned around the fortunes of India from a broke country to a very progressive. He left the growth rate at 7% and a very stable and sustained growth rate. His minus point was that there was lots of scandals and corruption even during his time. He could not check corruption that much. And he also lost the next election of 1990. So if anyone has to say add something, we will continue. Otherwise, we can say goodbye, good night. Gagan, you want to
Bye,
say
sir.
something? Okay, then we'll meet on Monday. Good night.
Good night, sir. Bye, sir.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, sir.